one of the ways we have recently pulled this together, Joanne Quinn, who's our lead capacity builder, myself, uh, wrote a book called Coherence, Putting the Right Drivers in Action. And so the right drivers are the things that capacity building and social capital, all of those things. And in it, we formulated this framework of four things only, four big things. Again, simplicity, focusing direction, collaborative cultures, going deeper, deepening learning, and securing accountability. So you can read about that. We have lots of examples from school systems that we're working with, concrete examples, named ones. But they're not 1, 2, 3, 4. They're simultaneous, I guess. Focusing direction is really getting a point of departure. Collaborative cultures, professional capital, actually sharpens the directions, deepens the direction, clarifies the direction as well as the ownership. Deepening learning is the NPDL work that you really do have to do, innovation that's tied into the deeper learning outcomes. And the fourth one, which is very important, is securing accountability is the phrase we use. And securing accountability is the big bugbear for system change. If you don't have it, you don't get any focus. If you have too much of it, people are demotivated. They try to avoid it. It causes a distraction. And so we've solved that problem, I'm going to say, at least in practice, at least in formulation. And the answer is that internal accountability has to precede, in a sense, feed external accountability. 12 years ago, Richard Elmore he said it this way, he said, no amount of external accountability will be effective in the absence of internal accountability. Internal accountability is when the group is responsible to itself individually and collectively. And so when you build that up, and the conditions for doing that are built into what I've already said, there are things like transparency, specificity, precision, non-judgmentalism. All of those feed a positive, out in the open, we're doing these things and we will be accountable for them, and we know that we want to be open about it, and all of those things, we'll have more control over it. So the collaborative cultures is tantamount to having a strong internal accountability. And once you have that, you can engage the external accountability system effectively. So our advice to policymakers is don't be too intrusive. Invest in internal accountability, and then have the external accountability play a supporting role in sometimes an intervention role if it's a really difficult circumstance. And then for the internal people, we say, don't worry about the external accountability. It's not that wrong-headed in Canada anyways. Zero in on building up your capacity and then relate, because you have a responsibility to yourselves and to others, to the public, to your parents, community, to be internally accountable. So we think these four things really pull it together in a nice way, and it makes for a whole system change more effectively.